Welcome to the Spiritual and Cosmic Podcast of Lady D, the podcast where the mystical meets every day. I'm your host, Lady D, psychic, medium, astrologer, spiritual guide, and cosmic truth teller. Each week we'll dive into real talk about living in a spiritual life in a human world. The good, the bad, the beautiful, the messy, and in between. From psychic insights, astrology breakdowns, to soulful chats and cosmic truths. This is your sacred space to awaken, expand, and keep it 100% real. So grab your crystals, open your heart, and let's get spiritual and cosmic. Hey beautiful souls, it's your girl Lady D, and welcome back to Spiritual and Cosmic, where we don't do fluff, just do real talk. Now let's get into this Libra New Moon happening under the serious tension. On the surface, it looks calm, classy, diplomatic, but underneath it's emotional wildflower in slow motion. So this new moon will be happening on the 21st of October at 11:25 p.m. That is my time in Sydney. So this new moon has a square to Jupiter in Cancer and Pluto in Aquarius, and an opposition to Chiron in Aries. And oh yes, just to stir the pot, Mercury and Mars are conjunct in Scorpio. Sharpening tongues and dropping truth bombs is what this is all going to be about. This is going to be a very interesting week. Communication going mid-match. Get tensions putting up to this Mercury retrograde as well. So let's start with Libra. So Libra wants peace, connection, beauty, harmony. It's also wanting to help people and fight for justice. But this energy is testing whether your peace is real or just a performance. With the moon squaring Jupiter in Cancer, emotions swell like waves. Jupiter in Cancer makes us crave safety and comfort, but it's in squaring, so the craving can tip into emotional exaggeration. Also exhaustion. I feel like you might be feeling a bit tired, or just like emotionally and mentally sort of tired with this new moon. Overreactions, guilt trips, or wanting reassurance that no one can truly give, no one can really truly give you, really. Then add Pluto and Aquarius in the mix. That's craving this independence, this revolution, and suddenly you're seeing power dynamics in relationships crystal clear. Who's trying to control the narrative? Who's avoiding accountability? Pluto exposes manipulation, even the subtitle kind. I also think this might be bringing out more protests, more riots as well around the world. So this is not going to be a new moon of peace and harmony, and I would not be putting out your crystals on this new moon. It's just not the time to do it. Together, the new moon, Jupiter, and Pluto says emotions are huge. Truth bombs are breaking through, and pretending everything is fine is not an option. I also feel like that we might find that there's going to be sort of egg on people's faces. Even like governments, I feel like especially our Prime Minister in Australia may have egg on his face as well. Now, the moon is also going to be opposing Chiron in Aries, so which is affecting leadership. This is where we might see the governments sort of, I want to say break of collapsing, but things happening with governments during this time too. So the war of vulnerability, it pokes an old wound around the independence, rejection, or not being seen. It's the ache that says, I want to be loved, but I don't want to lose myself again. So this is going to bring up emotional wound. I think it's going to cause you emotional pain. It's going to bring up these things, and it make you feel uneasy. It may bring up things that have really caused you some grief that hasn't really been healed. Chiron is the wounded healer, but I always feel like that I don't see how the wound gets healed with Chiron. I feel like it's bringing an intensity to this Libra energy. You might find yourself emotionally defensive or craving validation of others, especially you might find there's issues with leadership. So I feel like there's going to be things happening around government. I keep on seeing, I know our Prime Minister with egg on his face. So it even could be this humiliation coming up around with him too. But this opposition wants healing, not comfort. The moment you stop trying to fix through someone else, you take the power back. Okay, so that's one thing to remember about this new moon. So we are going to have some intense days from Monday and Tuesday. So the beginning of the week, a bit of intense. And don't forget, we've got this Mercury and Mars in Scorpio, okay, which is working overtime. So these two energies are going to come back. Scorpio cuts through lies. Mars adds the heat. Mercury gives words. So yeah. So it's going to be confession time, secrets, suppressed thoughts, a jealousy, all surfacing up. So this might be causing you to think like, who's loyal to me? Who can I trust? There was also could be a sense of revenge, manipulation, power plays, sort of revealing the truths here or giving you that courage to sort of speak up. But what sounds good in your mind when you actually say it out loud could be something completely different. So it is going to be quite an edgy week with these energies. I would try to not get into too much arguments, especially when we've got this Libra energy of not wanting to get into arguments, but there's a push there to sort of say it, to break that inner peace that's coming up too. So, but here's your cosmic reminder. Once something is said under this energy, you can't unsay it, all right? So speak your truth, but do it consistently. Don't burn bridges. Just feel the power for a minute, okay? But I kind of feel like there's going to be, and I'm going to say there's going to be things coming out this week where the tinfoil hat people are going to be right. So it's going to be a sense here where people who, are looking at conspiracy theories may be coming out as being correct. So these are things you got to remember under these intense things that are going to come out here. And I do feel like that it's going to be a sense where um, not so much being negative, but speaking your truth, but also insecurities might be coming out. People that do you wrong, that said you might be looking at revenge. Communication just going haywire. I know today I had problems with just a microphone in trying to do my YouTube video. It took me 4 attempts. So the energy's already been built. It's building up. It's already affecting. And then we're going to have the Mercury retrograde is going to be coming up in November. So that's going to be around November 10th. Mercury is going to be going in retrograde. So we are less than a month from that happening. So these energies are just going to go intense and building up, but especially though this week. Okay. So this Libra New Moon is a reset button on your soul. Your soul's been waiting for, but you got to earn the peace by walking through the tension. Ask yourself, am I choosing harmony or hiding from confrontation? Am I people pleasing or being truly kind? Am I honest with myself? But what do I want? And what do I want? Okay? Because under this sky of fire, fake balance breaks. The authentic connection begins. I feel like there's going to be a lot of cord cutting during this week too. Relationships ending. I feel like people not seeing eye to eye and just wanting different things, wanting to feel security, but really feeling insecure. I feel like that there's going to be a lot of things uncovered during this new moon and Mercury and Mars. War energy, with one sort of seems like think that or seems to be that one fire been put out with this whole Gaza situation in Palestine, but I feel like another fire is going to be coming up. I do feel like France, they're going to go into a revolution, whether it be under this energy this week or coming up in the future. I feel like November is going to be quite intense, but definitely protests around the world. I feel like it's going to be plus people, sort of revolting as well. Um, people breaking the peace here. So this is going to be quite a hectic, full-on energy that's going to come up to do with relationships, partnerships, having things in balance, speaking the truth. But it even could be mental health. People dealing with addictions could also be coming up during this time as well. So, it's about just being careful and being aware of the energies that are out there at the moment too this week. So this is the new moon that strips away the super coat. Let the emotions rise, let the truth sting, let the power return. It's messy, it's magnetic, and it's also like medicine too. I'm Lady D, and this has been Spiritual and Cosmic, where astrology meets real talk. Until next time, stay wild, stay brave, and never dim your magic from anyone.